Yeah. They always tell you to stay humble when you're winning, but they never tell you how hard it is to stay humble when you remember where you started. Janitor closet scraping pennies off the floor. Look at me now. Let's talk about it. I used to clean up the messes that people would leave on the floor of the gym, looking up at the ceiling and praying to God that I make it out looking at him. Nobody believed in the vision, they told me to quit, said the chances were slim. Now I am flooding the market, I'm filling the bucket, I'm filling the cup to the brim. I had to suffer in silence, I had to build up the grit and the muscle. People see all of the plaques on the wall, but they never did witness the grind or the hustle. I was awake at the bottom of midnight, writing the stanzas and clearing the rubble. Now that I'm sitting on top of the mountain, they tell me I need to be keeping it humble. Why should I minimize what I have built with the blood and the sweat in my veins? Why should I act like I didn't survive through the torture, the loss, and the heavy-ass chains? Look at the industry full of the clones and the chasing the temporary gains. I am a king and I'm making a product of passion. I'm breaking the mental constraints. They want me humble, they want me down on my knees in the dirt. They want the version of me that was broken and dealing with all of the hurt. But I grew a spine, I took back what was mine, put my name on the front of the shirt. I will not bow, look at me now, active and highly alert. They want me humble. Yeah, look at them talking. They want me humble. Yeah, look at them talking. They want me humble. No cap in my lyrics. I speak from the soul in the universe, hear it. Beat gets stripped back to raw, aggressive boom bap snare. Let's get it, I'm switching the pace and I'm running the race and I'm leaving a trace on the track. Never did ask for a hand or a handout, I carried the weight of the world on my back. Look at the numbers, they jumping, the critics are fronting, they know that I'm stating the fact. I am the independent definition of making a million from lyrical tact. They wanna talk about humility, look at my ability, checking my mental stability. I am providing utility, breaking the cycle of poverty, killing fragility. You are a ghost in the industry, chasing the trend for a moment of fleeting utility. I am a moment standing in a prominent, dominant space of absolute nobility. I spent a decade inside of the dark just to figure out how to be turning the light on. Fighting the demons inside of my head with the force and the grip of a python. Now I am glowing, the spirit is flowing, I feel like I'm putting the fight on. Ashes and naming the legendary, that is it and I'm signing my lifeline. You see, true humility isn't thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. I know exactly who I am. I know the dirt I came from, and I know the God that pulled me out of it. So when I speak with pride, it's not because I think I'm better than you. It's because I know what it took to survive. Unspoken, the doors that were locked are now open. I am the token of sacrifice, paid up the price, and I did it without any moping. Look at the state of the culture, it's filled with the vultures, they eat but the flesh of the dead. I am the one who is bringing the truth and the life and the spirit inside of your head. No, I won't back down, wearing the crown, clearing the town. Look at the sound, roots in the ground, lost and not found, heavy and bound, making it count. This is for everyone working the job that they hate just to make it through Friday. Keeping your head up and doing it cleanly and making sure you do it my way. I stayed humble when I had nothing. So don't tell me how to act now that I have everything. Don't confuse my compliance with weakness. Dax! It's poetry in motion. Deep breath. Clock stops ticking. Silence.